Welcome to Eat Your Moon, the podcast. This podcast gives me the opportunity to share wisdom and insight that is coming in from my guides. We are all together on this journey of the human experience. So different things that I encounter or experience on my journey, you may experience on yours as well. So I want to take the opportunity to share the insight that is coming through in the hopes that it could be useful to you. My name is Khadija. I am an astrologer, card reader, Reiki master, and spiritual coach. I enjoy helping people with my years of experience in spiritual development. I like to use really unconventional and fun ways to help people to go within and to connect to their inner truth. This is not about me telling you who you are or about me impressing my truth upon you. This is about helping you to stand in your power and to live according to your truest form of authenticity. In this week's episode, I want to talk about the difference between patience versus waiting. On our journey here, we're often trying to manifest different experiences or opportunities in our lives, and how we allow those experiences to crystallize will have an effect on when and if it's able to come. We can do that best if we really understand what is the difference between the energy of patience and the energy of waiting. Is my energy really allowing for that which I wish to manifest to come through, or am I inadvertently blocking exactly what it is that I want and what I need? During a period when I was trying to manifest something, I asked my guides, what is the difference between patience versus waiting? And the wisdom they shared with me was really helpful in allowing that manifestation to come through. If you'd like to learn more, just stick around and listen to the podcast in order to help you to really harness that ability to master manifest. Thank you for joining me. Let's jump right into the episode. So when we talk about patience and waiting, we're referring to two similar concepts that have two completely different energies. Often on my path, I felt that I was exuding more the energy of waiting, this energy of watching and anticipating what I want to come in, and then being frustrated when it didn't arrive at the time when I thought it should have or it would have. And so as I noticed that this way of moving forward wasn't working for me, I stopped and got quiet to bring in some guidance to help me to course correct. And in doing so, I learned a fundamental lesson about the energy behind not just what we do, but also how we be. So even just the energy in our existence. Because waiting, one might not always consider to be active. It almost has an implication of non-action, because it's assuming that something's coming to you and you're afraid you're going to miss it. So there can be an energy of distraction, being distracted from the present, finding it difficult to remain grounded in the present because the focus is on what isn't there, what isn't present. And yet, while we wait, the attitude behind it is what is important for us to understand. I got the impression that the energy of waiting was actually impeding or holding back the manifestation. And what my guides explained to me is that when we wait, we are actually focusing on the absence of the thing that it is we want to manifest. When we wait, we understand that something is missing, that there is an energy of lack. There's a void somewhere in our lives. And our energy, our focus, our attention is like the sun. And where the sun shines, there is life. So we could consider what we are trying to manifest to be like seeds, and our attention like the sun or like water, nourishing that seed in order for it to grow. But if our attention, if our sun and our water, if these life-giving elements are being poured into what is not there, then we actually end up nourishing exactly what it is that we do not want. We end up pulling in the absence of the thing, because that is where our focus is. It's this, it's not here yet. What am I doing wrong? Why isn't it here? What can I do? It's this focus that can build an energy of impatience. So on the flip side, my guides explained to me the energy of patience. Patience is connected to peace. When you're patient, even when I say the word, I can feel an energy of action behind it. I'm still taking steps towards my goals. And yet, as I take the steps, I enjoy the process. I enjoy the journey, understanding that everything is coming to me in divine and right timing. When we manifest, I like to explain it almost as if it's a pipeline. We have this pipeline between us and the divine. And there are all these gifts and blessings coming down this pipeline into our lives. And when we have an energy of resistance, we cause blockages within the pipeline. So anytime our energy is focused on the absence of or the lack of something, we create resistance, meaning what it is that is meant to come to us is not able to get through because this pipeline is blocked. When we are focused on enjoying life, on being grateful for what we have, as we at the same time allow what is meant to come to us to come, then we have an energy of peace. We have an energy of positive expectation, an energy of knowing that we are co-creating with the universe. And as co-creators, we ourselves are thus creators. And so there's no need to worry. There's no need to be concerned or to recognize a void in our lives. And so as we allow for creative harmony, we're able to keep that pipeline clear so that whatever it is that needs to come to us is able to flow through more easily. When we are focusing on the absence of the thing, there are certain energies that can contribute to the blockage of the pipeline, such as envy or comparison. Sometimes we notice what is happening and manifesting in the lives of others, and it's a stinging reminder of what it is that we are waiting for and wanting to manifest in our lives. And yet this energy of envy and comparison can be a distortion of reality. It can make it really difficult to see clearly. It can make the truth and reality very cloudy. Even with the energy of envy and comparison, we are contributing to the blockage of the pipeline. We are contributing and actively preventing the manifestation and creation of what it is that we would like to see manifest. So anytime we ask ourselves, why does this person have it and I do not? Or anytime we feel that sting of, they got it, but I didn't, it's important to console the self, not to be judgmental, not to reprimand, but instead to go within with a curiosity free of judgment and to ask the self, where is this energy coming from? And what can I do to help to bring in an energy of being happy for my fellow man, as well as reminding myself that any energy of comparison, any energy of have versus have not is actually going to get in the way of my path. To counteract those energies, we have the energy of peace and the energy of gratitude. These energies are more supportive to the energy of patience. When we are grateful, we take that energy of focus, that nourishing energy of the sun or of water, and we nourish the seeds of all of the positive things that are already present in our lives. And when we keep our attention focused on what is present, what is good, what is right, what is nourishing us, we cause more of it to grow. We bring in increase in our lives. Basically, we can use our attention, we can use our focus to communicate to the universe what it is we want more of in our lives. And if we're waiting and focusing on the void, focusing on the emptiness, focusing on what others have but we do not have, then we're communicating to the universe, send me more of that. Send me more of the have-not. When we focus on gratitude, on what it is that we do have, even if it's simple things like water, which might not feel so simple to others in other countries and situations, or having that morning coffee or tea in my case, or being able to shower whenever the shower is needed. It can be things that we consider to be very basic, but as long as we are focusing on what we have as opposed to the have-not, then we are communicating to the universe, yes, send me more of that. Send me more of the energy of increase, the energy of abundance, the energy of manifestation and fertility. So one way we can really be good to ourselves and support ourselves on this path of master manifestation is to really indulge in the energy of peace, because peace is connected to trust. It's connected to knowing that everything is coming together in a beautiful harmony. And keep connected to the energy of gratitude, because gratitude says, I have, I am held, I am taken care of, and I will always be held. I will always have, and I will always be taken care of. And if we keep our sun focused on that energy, then we can manifest that into truth. Another important element is to understand that what it is that you are trying to manifest is already a part of who you are. It's already a part of your experience. So you may hear different spiritual teachers talking about living as if you already have it. Living as if you already have it is not about indulging in some kind of self-delusion. It's understanding that you are a master manifester, a master creator, meaning what you need is already with you. It's only about allowing it to come into physical form. And one way we can do that is by acknowledging our abundance, acknowledging our innate fertility, our inherent ability to co-create with the universe. It's taking up and understanding that as co-creators, we have the responsibility of bringing the necessary resources to our team, our universe team, and saying, okay, I've got the sun, I've got the water, that's my attention, that's my decision, my choice to move forward step by step. I bring this all together, and together we can create something beautiful. I grew up in a very religious household. My mother of the Christian faith and my father of the Muslim faith. And an advantage to having parents, with these very strong belief systems is I was able to get a window into these different paths to God. And the result is me being a spiritual being. And on my spiritual path, I've had the opportunity to take in a lot of wisdom from very different sources. And during this path of really understanding the power of the energy behind the words and the power of the energy behind patience, I was led to this Bible verse in the book of James. I memorized it purposefully to remind myself of the importance of being patient, the importance of honoring wisdom. And the verse said, "Count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith is producing patience. And let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. And he who lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach. But let him ask in faith with no doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all of his ways. Those last few sentences of that scripture really stuck with me. He who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all of his ways. It is a reminder that when we wait and we focus on the void, we are caught up in an energy of doubt, a lack of faith. There's an impatience, energy of worry behind it. And with this energy can be a tendency to move back and forth, to swing back and forth between, okay, it's coming. Oh, I don't think it is. You know what? I give up. And when we're driven and tossed, it's impossible to be centered. It's impossible to truly be grounded in who we are. With faith and with patience, there is a wisdom in acknowledging the importance of being grounded and being centered in trust, being centered in knowing that we are well cared for and we are completely capable of pulling in what it is that we need. With the energy of double-mindedness, we can sometimes make a decision and we can swing back and forth, feeling uncomfortable with our choice. With patience, we give ourselves permission to be gentle with ourselves and to go our paths step by step. Even if moving forward step by step means meditation, quieting the mind to allow in divine guidance to help us to understand what it is that would be for our highest, greatest good to manifest. Moving forward step by step can be giving ourselves permission to stand in our power and our self-confidence, giving ourselves permission to look at our emotions and what it is that might no longer be serving us and needs to be released. Moving forward step by step can be resting, because rest is also productive. In the time of rest, or in the time of even creative expression, I have the opportunity to have my pipeline clear. There's no energy of efforting that can sometimes cause resistance. There's no energy of focusing on the void, something that I didn't get done or didn't manage to get finished. There's an energy of peace and restoration and renewal. Even God rested on the seventh day and was refreshed. So with this refreshment, I offer myself the opportunity to keep that pipeline of divine manifestation clear. So moving forward step by step in patience does not always have to do with our society's definition of moving forward, which is often connected to industry and to efforting. Moving forward step by step can also be inviting in peaceful energies, peaceful activities, peaceful attitudes that allow us to keep that pipeline free and clear. And when we keep that pipeline free and clear, then all of those opportunities and activities, those tasks can come to us with ease. So in closing, I would like to encourage you as you move throughout your day over the next week to ask yourself, am I focusing on the absence of what it is that I need, or am I focusing on the presence of all that I have, all that I am, and all that I need? I hope that we can make this a conversation and that you'll share your experience with patience, with waiting, with the energy and power of focus, with freedom from blockages and resistance with me in the comments. And if you have any questions or any topics that you would like me to cover, I hope that you will share those as well. We are moving into a time where it's going to be very important to foster self-understanding, to really know who we are as powerful beings and to use that energy in very constructive ways. So it is my goal to be helpful in helping you to really become aware of your inner power, to take that energy and to manifest what it is that you want to experience here on this earth plane. Thank you for listening. Thank you for blessing me with the energy of your focus, the energy of your attention. And I hope that I get to enjoy that blessing again in next week's episode. Stay tuned and take care. To support you on your master manifestation journey, I've posted the video Reiki for Patience. You can find the link in the description box below. So just sit back and relax and press play, and you will receive Reiki to support you on your path for master manifestation. If you like what you hear, feel free to like and subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. And if you would like to receive a reading, you can book one at eatyourmoon.com. Many blessings.